one of my lines I like to use is, I have a crazy idea, but you had a crazy idea for Sunday morning with Purcell.
Yes. To do something a little bit different, and some music two types of music that matter to me very, very much and influence what I do very much. It's a very unusual combination. To start with, we have some of Purcell's Fantazias for viola da gamba. This is music I discovered when I was 30, and it really did completely change the way I wrote music. And it was written in 1670s, 80s, by a fairly young man in his 20s. The tradition of viola da gamba had lasted over 100 years in Great Britain and was dying out. The violin and its family were being imported from Italy, much louder instrument, much more virtuoso, much needed for much more extrovert music. And so this wonderful, profound tradition of private chamber music, really played in small places, mainly for the pleasure of the people playing it, was dying out. But this most talented of all British composers decided to write a sequence of fantasias for these beautiful neglected, gorgeous instruments, and they're the summit, the Everest of this tradition. And they're unbelievably potent and expressive, and yet sober and restrained, with very intense polyphony and the most amazing counterpoint. I could not believe my ears when I first heard this music. And so I think it will make a lovely change of colour, a lovely change of mood and of century in this programme. Now, the viola da gamba always strikes me because of its extremely rich overtones, much richer than on violin or the cello. Every note sort of flowers like a rainbow in terms of harmonics when you play it. That's part of its unique timbre. Well, there's another tradition of music, entirely different, which will have nothing to do with it, from the other side of the world, and that's Indian music. And I've always loved Indian music, and I've been to India, I think, 3 times. And so there's going to be a juxtaposition of Indian classical music with these viola da gambas, and it will make, I'm hoping, I think there is some connection there, actually, curious though it may be, and above all, big contrast, but I think I hope a very enjoyable one.